Jayavardhan Prabhu is telling us about the celebration. For them, already passed. They already are at night, and they already celebrate the festival of Lord Balaram. But for us here in America, we are just starting to making all the preparations and everything, and to get ready for the celebrate noontime. Srila Janardhan Maharaj communicated with us yesterday, and he said he was not going to be able to attend the meeting. I just called him just a few moments ago, but I have not been able to reach him. But because in all of our temples today is a busy day, then we are going to have just a small, brief Sunday program in remembrance of Srila Acharya Maharaj. But I'm very happy to see so many of you already here in the screen. We also see Jaya Sri there in Duitama, and Govinda Vilas Prabhu in Paipa.
Dandavad.
Dandavad. Satya Sundari Devidasi there in Australia.
General Pranam Maharaj, General Pranam, how are you Maharaj?
Dandavad. Well, very happy today to see all of you, as always every Sunday, and to have this special day, of Lord Balaram.
Maharaj, very happy to see you. General Pranam.
Yes, same, Satya Sundari. How's everyone there at home?
Yeah. Take care of yourself. Stay safe, Maharaj.
Okay. There in Australia also, Baladeva's celebration already passed.
Yes, we already celebrate daytime. We have like a ISKCON temple here. We went there. We have Aarti and everything. Yes, yeah.
And how was the celebration?
Very nice, very interesting, because here we don't have any restriction. You see here, everything, like we are safe. No COVID cases in Perth, so we are very safe here. Yeah.
Okay, very good, very good.
Yeah. Thank you, Maharaj. Thanks for asking. General Pranam.
Yes. And also we have Subhadra Manjari there, ready. Yuvarani Devidasi, and Krishna Kumar, Ananta Govinda Prabhu there in London. Dandavad, Krishna Kumar. Srimati there in Tunja. Srimati, today we are going to dress the Lord with those beautiful outfits that you sent. Hoy vamos a estrenar los vestidos, Srimati. Sí, un saludo muy afectuoso para todos los devotos. We send a warm regards to all the devotees, because they, in Tunja, in the community in Tunja and Duitama, Jagat Mohan Prabhu, Narayani, Lakshmi Priya, Srimati Devidasi, Jayanti, Janavi, Chaitanya Chandra, so many of the devotees there prepare some outfits for our deity here in Tikul, and we received just few days back these outfits, and today they are going to the deities are going to wear them. So we are sending our regards to Srimati and the rest of the devotees. And devotees, under the care of Jagat Mohan Prabhu. Very good. Ananta Govinda Prabhu is there in London.
Dandavad Maharaj, how are you?
Dandavad Ananta Govinda.
Happy to see you. Dandavad to everyone.
And Krishna Vinodini. Yes. Krishna Kumar there in Madrid, Spain. Dandavad, Krishna Kumar Prabhu.
Por favor, Maharaj, acepte mi reverencia a sus pies, por favor. Dandavad a todos los devotos. Yes, Maharaj.
Krishna Kumar, you already celebrated Baladeva Purnima festival?
Yes, Maharaj, of course. Yeah. I make a pizza, big one pizza for Baladev. Baladev wants like to eat too much.
Big pizza, big pizza.
Yeah, big one pizza.
We are very sorry that we cannot still use the internet to pass to each other some prasad. We need to make that application in order to have this prasadam sent from
sent to everyone.
Exactly.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. As soon as possible, we have something like that by drone.
Yes. Well, today here in America, we are just starting with the day and ready to get the celebration of Baladeva Purnima. Then maybe because of that, all the temples are very busy. So we are going to have a short meeting today. I don't know if Srila Janardhan Maharaj will be able to be with us. We have here Tarit Krishna Das, in Guadalajara, Mexico, Prijajita, Dandavas Pitambar Prabhu.
Haribol Maharaj.
Kanta Krishna Dandavat. Then also we have, there is one name here, Ale, como Alexander, o Alejandro, L23.
Ahora ese es el código de un celular, como Galaxy S9, seguramente debe ser un celular, marca algo así.
Celular nombre, ok.
Y el Maharaj.
Dandavat Maharaj.
Madhuchanda, Dandavas, ¿cómo está todo por allá?
Bien,
con la
ya
preparación
llegaron.
del festival. How's everything with the festival preparation?
Yes, Maharaj, tenemos Harinam en la tarde. Ayer hicimos
Okay.
programa
Yes.
para público y todos, y hoy tenemos Harinam.
Yes. In
Recuerdo
Veracruz.
de Balaram.
Yes.
2 días.
Very good. They celebrate Baladeva Purnima yesterday, the festival, because they have the main festival on Saturdays during the weekend. And today they are going to go for Harinam, to do a Harinam program. Yes.
Ya llegó la familia, Maharaj, ¿eh?
Okay. Arjun y Ananja Bhakti ya llegaron.
Sí.
Ok, ahí está. Arjun, ¿en dónde están? ¿En el templo?
No, Maharaj, ahorita estamos en casa.
En casa, ok.
Sí. Aquí ya
está
está.
Ati Sundari, muy bien.
Mira, Maharaj.
Se escucha la chiquita. We can hear her.
Dandavat Maharaj.
Dandavas, Mahuchanda.
Por Maharaj, yo tengo una pregunta.
Señor. Can you make it in English?
I have a question.
Yes.
And today is going to be fasting until evening time, or
No,
what?
yes. Mostly what we learn from the Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Match, from Guru Maharaj, from Srila Govinda Maharaj, and of course Srila Acharya Maharaj continue with that tradition, is that even in Lord Nityananda's appearance day, Guru Maharaj very mercifully made only half-day fasting. In other mats, in other temples, they do evening fasting for Lord Nityananda and maybe for Lord Balaram. I don't know about Lord Balaram. But for Lord Nityananda, we have heard that in other temples, they do fasting a little longer to evening time. But in the Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat, Srila Guru Maharaj adjusted that. And the fasting is only to midday. midday fasting. It comes in our calendar, no? It comes in our calendar or no?
I don't know.
Yes, Maharaj. Yes.
It is mentioned that.
Yes, Maharaj.
Okay. Generally, that's what we do. Only till midday. No?
No Anukalpa?
No. No Anukalpa. It's like when we do for Radhastami also. We celebrate to midday and we have a festival, whole festival. No Anukalpa, no abstinence from grains like Ekadasi, Prasadam, that we do in the days of Gaur Purnima or Krishna Janmastami, Lord Nrsimhadev. We do Anukalpa, no? We do that. But on these particular dates, like Lord Nityananda Prabhu, Lord Balaram, Radhastami, no? The appearance of Lord Baladeva and his non-different form of Nityananda Prabhu. We just observe half day, fast, and and we break the fast at midday and no Anukalpa. We have a regular prasadam with grains and everything.
Very good.
Yes. And we are seeing here Gaura, Prabhu Gaura.
Jai Maharaj, Dandavat Pranams. I stay in Brazil, close to the ashram of Campos do Jordão.
Okay.
You
okay.
remember me from Brazil?
Yes, of course. Yes, Gaura. Yes.
Gaura Nataraj.
Gaura Nataraj. All right, Gaura Nataraj. Well, with the beard and the mustache, I look a little bit different.
I think it's the beard.
Yes.
Dandavat Maharaj.
Dandavat. Happy to see you.
I'm so happy too.
Where are you staying at present, Gaura?
What, Maharaj?
Where are you staying at present? In which city are you?
São Francisco Xavier. Is close to Campos do Jordão, like 1.5 hours.
Okay.
I stay here caring for a land of a friend. Is a forest, and I work with the environment.
Are you planning to go? Are you planning to attend the Gaur Purnima there at Campos do Jordão?
I think, Maharaj. I think I go.
Very good. They will have also a very nice program.
Yes, good.
Happy to meet you today.
I'm happy too, Maharaj.
We have many of our God brothers here and God sisters. And also we have here Omkarnath Prabhu, Mathuranath Prabhu from Russia.
Dandavat Maharaj.
Dandavat Omkarnath, Dandavat. Who is there with you? Is there? You. Madhavendu Prabhu. Dandavat Madhavendu. ¿Cómo estás?
Sí, bien, Maharaj, muchas gracias.
La conexión con Maharaj se perdió un segundo. Vamos a esperar unos momentos para ver si podemos restablecerla. Dandavada to all the devotees. The connection with Maharaj just broken for a few seconds. We're going to wait for a few moments, trying to establish Maharaj is back. Dandavada Maharaj, su micrófono está cerrado, Maharaj.
We have some gap in the transmission. We don't have a very good signal, so sometimes it is broken. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes, all right.
Yes, Maharaj.
Dandava Maharaj, how are you?
Dandavas, ¿quién habla?
Nityananda de Guadalajara.
Ok, Nityananda.
Guadalajara, Venezuela.
Kamalini, Eishani, ¿cómo están? How are you?
Fine, Maharaj.
Fine, very well.
Okay.
I have the question, Maharaj.
Yes.
¿Inglés o español?
Well, if you can elaborate it in English, that will be better. Or if you can, then you do it in Spanish and I will translate.
Okay, good. We want to hear about the position of Srila Balaram like a guru. We know, I don't know, queremos saber si usted puede hablar sobre la posición del guru como Balarama.
Okay, so Nityananda Prabhu, which is in Guadalajara city with all his family, means Kamalini, his wife and his child, Ishani. He's asking if we can say something about the position of Lord Balaram as Gurudev, no? Then that has been explained by Srila Sridhar Maharaj very nicely, and he has explained to us that we know that the Krishna Lila, no, the Krishna Lila is a little bit. Puri Maharaja already we have here. Puri Maharaj Dandavad. To have here Maharaj. Everything there in Quito with the preparations for the festival. Puri, tienes el micrófono apagado, Puri Maharaj.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, some devotees are doing decorations and cooking, and there's many devotees here.
All right. We will have just a short meeting, no, to see everyone, say hello to everyone, and I have some small questions and answers. But just before you came into the meeting, Nityananda Prabhu from Guadalajara, which is living at present in Guadalajara, he asked if we could say something about the position of Lord Balaram as Gurudev. And I was starting to explain that Srila Sridhar Maharaj have explained very nicely for us these things. According to Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Lord Balaram is a non-different form of Lord Nityananda. Just as Balaram is to Krishna, we have heard Nityananda Prabhu is to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Now, there are some devotees who their attention are mostly on Krishna Lila, Srila Sridhar Maharaj says. And some devotees, their attention is more on Gaura Lila. And there are even some which have like both of them, no? But this is one thing, when we came to the Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Math, we could feel that there was so much attention given to Lord Gauranga Mahaprabhu's and his associates' activities. Srila Sridhar Maharaj, as it is explained in Chaitanya Charitamrita, he has explained to us that the position of Baladeva and in his expansions as Sankarshan, etc., Anantashesh, en fin, he comes, no, to manifest himself in this Kali Yuga in the form of Nityananda Prabhu. And the fact that we in the Sri Chaitanya Saraswat have thought to attend that our attention will be more centered in the Gaura Lila. I think it is also the feeling of Bhaktivinoda Thakur and Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, because Krishna Lila and Gaura Lila have a very common ground, no, very common ground. But the Krishna Lila exhibited or was present at the time of Dwapara Yuga, no, around like 5,000 or something else years more of distance from now. So it is not so easy to get connection to the Krishna Lila, even chronologically, because it is a very ancient, no, the time when the Lord manifests his pastimes was long time ago. And for everyone at this present age, it will be very difficult to have some recollection of that Krishna Lila, if not were by the actions of Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu and his associates. It is because Lord Gauranga Mahaprabhu that we have a very, more close connection to the Krishna Lila. And that comes not only from the chronological side, but also from the ontological side of Krishna consciousness. We practice Krishna consciousness with the understanding that it is impossible to get the grace of Radha Govinda or the Krishna Lila if not whereby our connection to Gauranga Mahaprabhu and his associates. We have in the songbook these many songs where that is expressed. No, let me just bring this songbook once.
Dandavas, devotos, Dandavas Triveni.
Dandavas.
Dandavas. Ay, qué bueno.
¿Quién habla?
Rasamrita, Dandavas.
Rasamrita, Dandavas. ¿Cómo estás por allá en Nueva Jersey?
Aquí muy bien, Maharaj, los devotos bien. Bandhu está recuperado de su salud. Muy bonito el programa de ayer.
Muy bien.
Balaram, bonito.
Celebraron el programa ayer, ¿no?
Sí, Maharaj, muy bonito.
Muy bien. Renata Bandhu está mejor de su salud. His health is better.
Sí, está mejor. Ya su asma se está recuperando. Fueron 2 semanas muy difíciles, pero está mejor.
All right. It's very good to hear that, Rasamrita. It says here in the song by Srila Narottam Das Thakur, Manasiksha, which is very well known to all of us and which in most of the temples is chanted daily. It is expressed, oh brother, without that nitai, without that personality, nobody can achieve Radha and Govinda. Nobody can have Radha and Krishna. Embrace his lotus feet with all conviction. And also we can see in many other of the words or of the verses in that song, no, that being mad by proudness and in the forgetfulness of the lotus feet of Nitai, one embrace that which is falsehood as if were truth. But when that Nitai will give his mercy, then we will attain Radha and Krishna in Braja. or embrace the lotus feet of that Lord Nityananda. And from the chronological side, as we are saying, as well as from the ontological point of view, according to the conclusions of the teachings of the Gaudiya Vaishnavas, we have understood from Gurudev, from Srila Sridhar Maharaj, from Srila Govinda Maharaj, and Srila Acharya Maharaj also presented that idea that Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is coming to present Krishna Lila. The whole Gaura Lila is about to present that superior, that love, no, divine love, no, that it is manifested in Vrindavan Dham, no, the inhabitants of Vrindavan. That love, no, that they all have for Lord Krishna, that came to be expressed at large by Lord Gauranga Mahaprabhu. Then he has expressed, whether in his songs, in his poetry, or in his classes, in his discourses, Srila Sridhar Maharaj, Srila Govinda Maharaj, they have explained to us that Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu have come, no, and have that same Lord Govinda, Lord Krishna, has appeared now in Navadvip, but with one characteristic added to it, and that Braja Lila, no, that Braja Dham now has manifested in Navadvip Dham, no, with the beauty added characteristic of magnanimity. That means that the Lord has very mercifully came, no, and present that sweetness, that loving relationship, domestic loving, intimate loving relationship that the associates of the Lord and the Lord have in Vrindavan, but with the characteristic of the magnanimity. That means to distribute that for everyone, with no restriction. Then naturally, there we are in Kali Yuga, and if not were by Lord Gauranga Mahaprabhu, then it will be very difficult for us to grasp that conception of devotion to Krishna that has been expressed by him and by his followers. The Lord could not attend Vrindavan. He could not stay in Vrindavan. We have heard in these classes on Sunday how the Lord, you know, sometimes by Srila Acharya Maharaj, by Srila Janardhan Maharaj, now we have Puri Maharaj. We have heard sometimes that Mother Sachi requested Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to stay in Vrindavan. And even though Rupa and Sanatana, they wanted to stay with him, he asked them, no, you should go to Vrindavan. It is not my fortune to be able to go there because my mother, Sachi Devi, requested to me to stay in Jagannath Puri, so I must stay there. So, but you can stay in Vrindavan and do that necessary work there, no, to rediscover all the sites related to the pastimes of the Lord. No, if we can have some access now to Vrindavan and see where is Govardhan, where is Radha Kunda, where is Shyama Kunda, Radha Kunda, where are all these beautiful places, sacred places of the Holy Dham in relation to the Krishna Lila, it is because of the work the Goswamis of Vrindavan and the Lord himself and his associates, they have rendered. No? They have presented for us also so many books and and scriptures, devotional scriptures about their Radha Govinda play, their Lila, and the understanding, no, about that supreme love. So in the same way, Bhaktivinoda Thakur and Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur, they appear in this age, no? They are even more valuable for us because they came and they did such similar work also, no? By the empowered by the Lord Himself. They did that work and revealed now. So there is no difference between Krishna Lila and Gaura Lila. But there are some added characteristics in Gaura Lila. And one of them is that magnanimity. No? So if we understand this and we feel that, or we can understand what we have heard from them, that Lord Balaram, Lord Krishna are non-different from Lord Gauranga Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu, then naturally we will see that Nityananda Prabhu has come in Gaura Lila, in this Kali Yuga, and his position is that, as Nityananda Prabhu was asking, Srila Sridhar Maharaj said, his position is the one of the universal Guru, no? Shanta Rasa, Dasya Rasa, Vatsalya, Sakya, Dasya, all rasas except Sringara Rasa or Madhura Rasa, Sri Nityananda Prabhu comes and he is the spiritual master, he is the Guru, his position is such. No? Like that, I don't know if Puri Maharaj would like to say also something in this regard.
Oh, whatever you say is perfect, Maharaj. I'm sure on my English. I can. But already you said this, everything is perfect. This is okay. You quote son Guru Maharaj conceptions. Yeah, this is.
We have heard from them, know how Lord Nityananda even he extends the merciful dispensation to all the Jiva souls, even on those particular cases where even Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, due to his position as an acharya and sannyasi, to give the example, he don't extend that that grace. Then Lord Nityananda comes and gives shelter to a particular jiva who was not even given grace or shelter by Lord Gauranga Mahaprabhu. So his position as the shelter for all the living beings is very, very needful, very strong, no? And we see also in the pastimes of Gauranga Mahaprabhu how the Lord Nityananda has this position to enable the devotees to get, through his grace, to get the shelter at the lotus feet of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Like we always know, when we are reading Chaitanya Charitamrita, every morning we used to repeat that pranam mantra of Srila Govinda Maharaj, that pranam mantra that he composed for worshipping Narottam Das Thakur and Srila Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami, the authors of Chaitanya Bhagavat and Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. And there we say, no, Dvo Nityananda Padabjo Karuna Renu Bhusito. That Lord Nityananda has decorated these two personalities with the pollen of the mercy of his lotus feet. And therefore once having attained the grace of Lord Nityananda, they render such wonderful service. Raghunath Das Goswami also, no? He wanted so much to go and live with Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, but he couldn't do that until he rendered some service to Lord Nityananda and obtained the grace of Nitai. Then he could go and satisfy his heart and stay and serve the Lord and his associate, no, Swarup Damodar. Jiva Goswami also, no? He was taken by the hand of Nityananda Prabhu and showed the whole Navadvip Dham, all the places, no, where Lord Gauranga Mahaprabhu realized fulfill and how do you say, realize his pastimes. No? All these places were shown personally by Nityananda Prabhu to Srila Jiva Goswami, and later on he sent him, telling him that Lord Gauranga Mahaprabhu has kept that land, that country, that Vrindavan Dham for your family, so you must go there and under the care of Rupa and Sanatana execute your, serve them. Nitai also, no, he was so graceful, so merciful to Jagai and Madai. No, they were like so famous for being. Nowadays we have in this present era such activities that we may think Jagai and Madai are not so bad. We are not doing so many things as which give us sometimes shame, no, to see, to recognize. But really, they were like very famous as a couple of brothers who were non-acceptable in this society. But when the people knew that they were converted into devotees, and they were with japa beads in their hands all the time and dressed as a Vaishnavas, people moved from different countries and villages around or nearby and came to see those brothers, how they have become Vaishnavas and by whom they were converted. That was the plan of Nityananda Prabhu. He wanted to bring that fame to his Lord, and he knew that these devotees, if these persons can be converted into the Lord, into devotees, then my Lord will be so famous. Can you hear the? Oh, we have this strong sound from the kitchen. Like that.
We hear now, Maharaj, much better. We hear now much better.
Yes. So that, therefore, we don't differentiate between Balaram, Lord Balaram, Baladeva, which we are celebrating today on his Gaur Purnima, on his Purnima, Balaram Purnima Avirvav, his appearance day, and Lord Nityananda. And Srila Maharaj has mentioned to us that he has that position, as the Guru, universal Guru for everyone. Is the basis. We need to have a strong basis, no? And Gaura Lila means that strong basis to achieve, to automatically send all the services, all the aspirations of the devotees, automatically transfer them all to Vrindavan Dham. But if we avoid Lord Nitai's lotus feet, if we do not care about that, then it will be very difficult for us to deal with the reality of Krishna Lila. Sometimes we make some differences and distinctions between Gaura Lila and Krishna Lila. But factually, Lord Gauranga Mahaprabhu came to distribute that Krishna Lila in a very, very merciful way to everyone, with no exception, with not only if without, if the giving it is the soul, we deserve it or not. But also without asking, no, without asking if you like or you don't like, he came and distribute that. Came to distribute that type of love. Therefore, we are gradually starting to become more conscious of that beautiful gift the Lord and his devotees came to give. And we are very indebted to them. All of you must be feeling very happy and satisfied because even though if we understand just a little fortune, no, it's very difficult to know about that type of divine love. And what to speak in this age of Kali Yuga, where there is the most how do you say, unfavorable age for cultivation of devotion. All these characteristics of Kali Yuga have changed completely due to the presence of Lord Gauranga Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu, and all his associates. And now we have all heard that many great personalities and demigods and devotees are desiring to appear in this Kali Yuga in order to witness these pastimes of Lord Gauranga Mahaprabhu, the Sankirtan of Lord Gauranga Mahaprabhu. He has changed. And now Kali Yuga, which is always like a very bad age, has become a very excellent age, desirable age for all personalities. So we need a strong basis. No, that's what Srila Sridhar Maharaj explained. We need a strong basis. Then we can build some structure from those good and firm foundations. And Lord Nityananda gives those foundations, gives that solid foundation in which we can progress, in which we can give one step at a time. And under the care of his associates, like our Guru Maharaj, our Gurudev, and with their mercy and accompanied by so many of our God brothers and God sisters, then we will try to understand that and to practice that in a happy way. Nityananda Prabhu, I don't know if Nityananda Prabhu, are you there? No, Nityananda Prabhu is not there.
Nandava Maharaj, I am here.
Nandava. Okay. Yeah. Can you hear? Can you follow?
Yes, Maharaj, yes.
Okay. I hope not to have answered.
Thanks, Maharaj. Thanks a lot, Maharaj.
About your question.
Repeat, please. Yes, Maharaj. I understand the question.
Today we are speaking in Spanish. I don't know if we have translator. Generally, Lakshmikanti or Praneshwari or some other.
Nandava Maharaj. We are trying to do the service, Maharaj.
All right. Very good. Then you have some translation also for those of Spanish-speaking regions and which cannot follow the English. They can follow the translation. And Acharya Ratna Prabhu and Ananya Bhakti there at home, they are doing that job for all of you. Srila Janardhan Maharaj today could not attend because as most of us know, here in the American continent, we are still going through the celebration of Baladeva's Purnima Avirbhav, the Appearance Day Festival of Lord Balaram. But most of you, whether in Australia or Europe or Asia, already celebrated, the Appearance Day of Lord Baladeva. But we have here Puri Maharaj. If anyone would like to make some question, ask some question also to Puri Maharaj, he will be very happy to give some answer.
Please, easy questions only.
Easy questions, yes.
Well, I was remembering when Goswami asked to Srila Sridhar Maharaj how we can get the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Srila Guru Maharaj answer was this, slowly, and you have to desire, have the intense desire. And he says, what about they don't have this desire? And Guru Maharaj says, for them, Mahaprabhu give the special mercy through his magnanimous agent, Nityananda Prabhu. Even those don't want to accept. The Nityananda Prabhu don't let them to escape. Says, no, you have to accept. I request you. I will become your servant. I will serve you. Please accept. Don't reject me. Accept Gauranga Mahaprabhu. Vaja Gauranga, Kaha Gauranga, Laha Gauranga. After I joined to Srila Guru Maharaj, now I am more familiar with Nityananda's Prabhu pastimes. And it's the same thing. And Guru Maharaj says, if you are attracted for Gaura Lila, you will get the Krishna Lila, the highest Krishna Lila. Not any casual Krishna Lila. You will get Krishna Lila at the highest level. And not only that, not only you will receive Krishna Lila, Krishna's mercy, you will get Krishna and something else. And Guru Maharaj says, what is this something else? The desire to distribute. This is the Gaura Lila pastimes, to open the warehouse, open the warehouse and distribute freely to everybody. Nityananda Prabhu, the Nityananda's Prabhu mercy, this is almost blind. He's not considering who is qualified, who is not. And this is the same Balaram. And Guru Maharaj says Nityananda Prabhu and Balaram are the same. But when at Balaram we add some magnanimity, he became Nityananda Prabhu. Okay, Maharaj?
Very good, Maharaj.
I'm lazy with my English because I am living in South America and I don't have chance to practice my English.
Well, it sounds quite good. Sounds quite good and understandable, Maharaj. Sufficient to communicate your heart. We have devotees from Ukraine, from Russia in the meeting. Can they say?
Dandavat pranams, Shivashi Maharaj and all devotees.
Danista, Dandavat.
Yes, Dandavat.
You already celebrated Gaur Purnima?
I'm just
Balaram?
now in the center of the city, and soon I will go home and some little cooking, and in the evening we have a little program, Zoom program.
Okay. In Moscow or St. Petersburg?
Moscow, I'm in Moscow, but with another devotees, international Zoom. Yes.
Okay.
Thank you, Dandavat.
Dandavat, Danista.
Dandavat, Danista, Didi.
She's making some earrings there at downtown. And who else we have from Russia? There was Mathuranath. We saw him a little earlier.
Mathuranath Prabhu is there, is connected.
Yes. Anyone else from Russia, from Ukraine?
Amalendu Prabhu is here, Maharaj. I saw Amalendu Prabhu.
Amalendu. Okay. And some devotees from Amalendu, there he is. Dandavad, Amalendu Prabhu. Dandavad.
How are you, Maharaj?
Fine, fine. And happy to see all of you.
I'm happy to hear you.
And also devotees from Singapore. We have some Singapore devotees, some Malaysian devotees.
Dandavat is Jayashree here.
Jayashree, Dandavat, Jayashree.
Maharaj, I was just thinking when Shilacharya was around, whenever it was Balaram Purnima, he always used to tell a story. A certain past Sri Balaram, perhaps you or Puri Maharaj can tell one story for us to listen.
Very good. Can you remember some stories he mentioned?
I remember one of the stories was how Lord Balaram, there are some in a village in India, I forget the name, but there is a village in India where, because of the pastime of Lord Balaram, until this today they do not pay any taxes to the government. That was a decree by Lord Balaram because of their sincerity and their great belief in Lord Balaram.
And that tradition has maintained till the present time. Till today.
Till today is charity for saying. So if there is any other stories, it will be very nice for us to hear. We have already finished our program. We had actually earlier today with Zoom with some Singapore devotees.
Yes.
Just small, we just did a arati for our Jagannath Balaram deities. So we just had about an hour, I think, program earlier today. So perhaps if you or Sripad Puri Maharaj could say, tell us one story, that will be very nice for today.
They presented in the web page that different discourses from Guru Maharaj, from Srila Govinda Maharaj, the Prana mantra, of Balaram, which is in 1 second, let me just find it for you. This is Baladeva Prana mantra by Garga Rishi, Garga Muni. See, Govinda Maharaj had this special attraction for that book, and long time ago, he knew that one of Guru Maharaj god brothers, Bhakti Tamal Madhusudan Maharaj, he was having that particular book. I don't know the whole story about that, but then he became eager to have a copy or something. But one way or other, he couldn't secure one copy of that book. And why he liked it very much? Because he explained to us that that book was having the expressions of devotion, very high devotion, but in a very simple way. So he requested later on, a few years after that, he requested finally Sagar Maharaj, Swarupananda Prabhu, Sagar Maharaj. He requested to translate that book, which is originally in Sanskrit language, to translate it into Bengali. Has not been translated yet to English, but it is already in Bengali. And he was very happy to have that book. And there is one pranam mantra there for Baladeva. And the Sanskrit is a little bit complex, no? Spurada malakiritam kinkini kankanar aram chala kapolam kundala shrimu kabjam tuhina giri manojnam nilan megambaradyam.
Anda, Maharaj, perdón, se cerró su micrófono. Anda, Maharaj.
Asra Maharaj, se cerró tu micrófono. No se te escucha.
Ya.
Ahora sí.
Ok. Déjenme nada más ver una cosa. Ok, aquí está. Dice, Spuradama kala kiritam kinkini kankanarham. It's a little difficult to follow this metric of this particular Prana mantra for Sri Baladeva by Garga Rishi, which stays in this book. Did you hear what I said about the Garga Samhita? Or was close? Or the sound was not working?
Yes, Maharaj, we hear about.
Okay.
He was saying about Garga Rishi.
All right. Then, Tuhina giri manojnam nilamegam baradyam kala musala visalam kamapalam samire. And the Prana mantra says, I worship him who has a shining, pure crown with bangles with moving curls of hair on his cheek, with his lotus face decorated with earrings, etc., wearing rich blue cloth and carrying his huge plow and club. That is the Prana mantra they presented in our web page. Now,
perdón, ¿puedes decirlo en español para no equivocarme en este Prana mantra?
En español dice, yo lo adoro a él, refiriéndose al señor Baladeva, quien tiene una pura corona resplandeciente, con ajorcas en sus tobillos, con un pelo ondulado que se posa sobre sus mejillas, con su cara de loto decorada con aretes y otros ornamentos, quien viste unas finas vestimentas de color azul y quien lleva en sus manos la masa y el arado, la reja de arado. So, Srila Sridhar Maharaj explaining about a little bit of the pastimes of Lord Balaram. There is many pastimes of Lord Balaram, and she wanted to hear some of those pastimes because Srila Acharya Maharaj always used to say some pastime. And in today's web page, we can see how Srila Sridhar Maharaj explains that once, this Baladev, sometimes Balaram, it is said he has even more strength than Krishna. No? He's very, very strong. And when they used to go to carry the cows, the calves, and bring them to the grass fields, to eat. And then when the cows were engaged in eating grass, then they had some time to take that delicious prasadam, a delicious food stop, a variety of things given by Yashoda and their different families to the boys. And then they will exchange that prasadam in their spare time. And also they had time to play. Sometimes, most of the times, Balaram was in one of the groups. And in another time, Krishna was in the other group. No? And we have heard from Srila Govinda Maharaj how they sometimes Krishna's group was the, and when it happened then the penalty for the group who lost was to carry on their shoulders the other boys, no? Like if they were some horse or some. So that was one of the games. Many games they play. So sometimes Srila Sridhar Maharaj mentions that at one point in once Baladeva slapped the face of Krishna, no? Gave a slap in the face of Krishna, and Krishna was very upset for that. He was very angry, and he went, and when they went back home, he told Yashoda Mai that, oh, this Balaram has slapped me and this and that. Then Balaram answer to that was that, Krishna, you are not very fair. No, I just slapped you one time, and you came and gave so much complaint to Yashoda Mai. How is that possible? No? I only slap you one time. Should not you not be more and not complain to her so much about myself? So Krishna was a little thoughtful about that, and he thought Balaram was right, no, to tell him not to make so much complaints about just only one slap. And in the book Revealed Truth, the Revealed Truth, we have heard about that generally Balaram and also Nityananda Prabhu are senior Lord Gauranga Mahaprabhu and Krishna, no? And especially Balaram, sometimes he gets a little bit on, gave some reprimand or some chastisement to Krishna, or to how do you say, tell Yashoda about the wrong activities of Krishna or whatever will be the case. And but because they are elder than the Lord, then they can behave a little more easily in his personal dealings. But Srila Govinda Maharaj was mentioning that is not the case with Lakshman, no? In his Ram Lila, Lakshman sometimes has to criticize that dharma which the Lord used to follow so perfectly, no? But sometimes that dharma was unpleasant for Lord Lakshman, because Lakshman couldn't approve of the behavior of Ramachandra, who was, a dharma personified and an excellent king, beloved by everyone. But sometimes when he was so strict following that dharma, and Lakshman couldn't accept that, no, like in the case when Sita was sent to the ashram of that sage, who I cannot remember the name of the sage where Sita was sent. You know? Can anyone remember?
Yes, Maharaj, we remember.
What was the name?
Of what, Maharaj?
The sage. At one point in Ram Lila, there is mentioned that Sita Devi is going to Lord Rama heard some people in his kingdom making some complaints about how is that Lord Rama, our king, our perfect king, now he has accepted Sita Devi in his home when he already lived in another's house, when Ravana took her, no? Then Lord Ramachandra make an arrangement, and he sent Sita to the hermitage of some sage. So to avoid that criticism from
Valmiki was Maharaj?
Valmiki, I don't know if Valmiki was. Valmiki is the writer of Ramayana, but I don't know if he was that personality or that.
Maharaj. Usted es el ashram de Valmiki, Maharaj.
See, yes, all right. Then Valmiki's, he sent Sita Devi there. But that was intolerable for Lakshman. But he was willing because his brother position to chastise or to go against the actions or the activities of his elder brother, who he must accept as his authority. So that was very difficult for Lakshman, and he used to. That was the expression of Govinda Maharaj in this Real Truth book. In his last book, the devotees gathered together from many of his lectures and teaching, etc. They come out with that example, no? How Lord Rama, how Lakshman was feeling very sad because he couldn't follow that. But in the case of Balaram, he's a senior brother of Krishna. So he can sometimes reprimand or chastise or give some slap to his younger brother and not feeling that, because that is his position. He's an elder. One of the pastimes in Srimad Bhagavatam, where Lord Balaram is mentioned as one of the protagonists of that Leela, is the one where he went to Talavan forest with all his boyfriends and the calves, and while they were doing, they were giving grass to the cows, and so the boys complained with them that there are some bunch of demons in that Talavan forest and nobody can enter there, and there are very nice fruits and very nice aroma coming from that forest, but we cannot venture to go there because there exist these demons, no? Dhenukasura, one of the demons, Dhenukasura. And Lord Balaram at that time, he went with Krishna, and Lord Balaram gave knockout to all the demons, no? Chastise all the demons. They had this form of donkeys. Donkeys, you say? A donkey.
Donkey,
like burros.
yeah, donkey.
Okay, los burros. Entonces Balaram, no, took those donkeys when they came, knowing that somebody had entered the forest. They came out and they took, and they wanted to fight against the children, and they said, "Oh, we are going to harass all these boys because they have not respect our domination in this forest." But they found in the very first line, in their front, they found Krishna and Balaram took them by their legs, the rear legs. They took those donkeys, and with the much strength, he how do you say, make them swing, no, all around, and then threw them, no, to the top of the trees, of the palm trees, and in that way, no, they make space for the boys to attend the Talavan forest. That is one of the 12 forests in Vrindavan, Talavan. I have never heard that pastime of the interest, the tax. There is, somebody knows in Srila Acharya Maharaj books. I don't have all of them here, and I have them in Spanish, but there is any devotee who would like to read some of the pastimes of Lord Balaram from Srila Acharya Maharaj books. I don't know if in his books they have edited some of the pastimes about Lord Balaram. But also we can ask Puri Maharaj to say something, some Leela of Lord Balaram.
Maharaj, what was you saying about when Krishna slapped the chest of Balaram? it was mentioned by Srila Chareva in one of his Upadesh. I don't remember what exactly, but Srila Chareva mentioned that the pastime.
Okay, very good, very good. Puri Maharaj, can you tell us some?
No, I don't know stories about Lord Balaram. I read this morning about the Krishna book of Swami Prabhupada. That's in Spanish. I have no English Krishna book too.
Okay. Something about Lord Balaram stories that you can tell us?
I don't know, Maharaj, if you have the Krishna book in English.
Yes. No, I don't have it. I have it in Spanish, but which song?
Yeah, this is chapter 64. Let me. Krishna book number 3, chapter 64.
Okay. Oh, I don't. What is the title?
The Lord Balaram visits Vrindavan.
Okay, one second.
Book number 3, chapter 64.
Chapter, which chapter?
64.
Chapter
Book number 3, chapter 64. Lord Balaram visits Vrindavan.
Visits. Okay. I have Srimad Bhagavatam here, but only till chapter 44.
No, this is a Krishna book.
Yes, I know. I don't have the English Krishna book, but I have the Bhagavatam. Another pastime besides that, Maharaj?
No, this is the only one I found in the Krishna book.
Okay, 1 second.
Let me.
Srila Azran Maharaj.
Yes.
Samkarnath Prabhu, Samkarnath Das, sorry.
Yes.
Maharaj, I don't remember in this moment if I read from a lecture of Srila Acharya Maharaj or of Srila Guru Maharaj, of Srila Govinda Maharaj, but I read in one lecture that, for example, the Rasa dance that Lord Balaram performed was just to please Lord Krishna. So in connection with that, he said that Lord Balaram is always pleasing Krishna in every way.
Exactly.
Even that. So if you can tell us something about that, Maharaj.
Well, yes, I will try. That is a very, very beautiful, also very beautiful subject matter to remember today, because generally we have heard about Lord Krishna's Rasa dance, which is a very high and intimate pastime of the Lord. And we don't discuss so much about that, but generally we all have heard how Krishna expanded with that group of a few damsels of Braja, in which there was also Radharani, and he held that dance Ras. But there is also an occasion when Lord Balaram also held that dance Ras. And Rasa dance, no? Rasa dance. And in that occasion, Lord Balaram went to Vrindavan and visit Vrindavan, and he held that dance Ras, or Rasa dance, Rasa dance with the gopis. Then, therefore, some question may come to our minds. How is that Lord Balaram also is enjoying with the gopis, no? Like Krishna does, no? But according to our acharyas in the disciplic section, that is not the case. Yes, it is true. Lord Balaram performed this Rasa dance with the gopis, but Srila Guru Maharaj, as Omkarnath was just mentioning, Srila Guru Maharaj explains how in that occasion, first of all, he explained that Lord Balaram, it is all of his atoms, all of his being, it has no other intention but to fulfill and to please Lord Krishna. Then once that has been established, then one may think that the explanation of that Rasa dance pastime of Lord Balaram, not Lord Krishna, Lord Balaram with the gopis, was not for the pleasure of Lord Balaram, but he was preparing, the whole atmosphere and the sentiments of the gopis, so that they will, when the time will come, they will do this Rasa dance with Krishna. I mean, the explanation, as Omkarnath has recalled it, it is more detailed. No, I cannot remember everything, but in that pastime, in that explanation, Srila Sridhar Maharaj explains how Balaram has not a single atom of self-interest, and all his service, his powerful, being powerful as he is, all of his identity, it is always thinking about how to serve the Lord. Certainly one expansion of Lord Balaram is Ananta Shesh. And Shesh means final, means end. No, Ananta, unlimited, final. It means that in one explanation of that name is that we cannot come to the limit or to the end of that capacity of Lord Balaram to serve his Lord. Therefore, he becomes his chapal, his sandals, his bed, his clothes, his so many things, because his service is always so full, so complete to the Lord. Then that time, that pastime that Omkarnath has brought to the discussion, it is one example of that whole self surrender to fulfill the desires of Lord Krishna. That is Lord Balaram. It has not an independent, in that way, an independent ambition, but to fulfill fully Lord Krishna, his brother. And we see that they are always joining, they are always together, they execute so many pastimes along, together. I have here, just in order for us to read something, in chapter 18 of Srimad Bhagavatam, chapter 18, 10 canto, chapter 18, it mentions here, Lord Balaram slays the demon Pralamba. This is another pastime where Lord Balaram becomes a protagonist. Sometimes Balaram just is watching how fights with the demons or kills the demons. But sometimes he always takes that initiative. And it seems that this is one of them. Shall we read it just briefly?
¿Me recuerda el capítulo para pegarlo aquí en el chat para los devotos?
El capítulo es el capítulo 18.
Capítulo 18, canto 10.
Canto 10, sí.
Muy bien.
Se intitula El señor Balaram slays the demon Pralambasura. Mata al demonio Pralambasura.
Bueno, vale, sí, por favor lo puede leer y nosotros lo tratamos de traducir. No está en español esa parte del capítulo 10, del canto 10.
Okay. The killing of Pralambasura is described in this chapter. While playing, we are reading from ISKCON, Srimad Bhagavatam, presented by ISKCON, with the commentary of Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. The killing of Pralambasura is described in this chapter. While playing happily in Vrindavan, Lord Baladeva climbed up on the shoulders of the demon Pralamba and struck his head with his fist, destroying him. One second. Now we have some light. Sri Vrindavan, where Krishna and Balaram enacted their pastimes, was even during the summer decorated with all the qualities of spring. At that time, Lord Sri Krishna would become absorbed in various sports, surrounded by Balaram and all the cowherd boys. One day, they were intently dancing, singing, and playing when a demon named Pralamba entered their midst, disguised as a cowherd boy. The omniscient Lord Krishna saw through the disguise, but even as he thought of how to kill the demon, he treated him as a friend. First of all, he treated him as a friend while he was thinking, I'm going to kill the guy. Krishna then suggested to his young friend and Baladeva that they play a game involving contending parties. Taking the role of a leaders, Krishna and Balaram divided the boys into two groups and determined that the losers would have to carry the winners on their shoulders. Those when Sridhama and Vrishava, members of Balaram's party, were victorious, Krishna and another boy in his party carried them on their shoulders. Pralambasura thought that the unconquerable Lord Sri Krishna would be too great an opponent to contend with. So the demon fought with Balaram instead and was defeated. Janaki, no pueden ir allá al... Gracias. So the demon was thinking Krishna is too much to fight with him, but let me engage myself with Lord Balaram. So the demon fought with Balaram instead and was defeated. Taking Lord Balaram on his back, Pralambasura began to walk away very swiftly. So because they lost, No, they lost. Balaram became as thought with Balaram, and he was defeated. So he had to carry Lord Balaram on his shoulder. Taking Lord Balaram on his back, Pralambasura began to walk away very swiftly. But Balaram became as heavy as a Mount Sumeru, and the demon, unable to carry him, had to reveal his true demoniac form. When Balaram saw this terrible form, he struck the ferocious blow with his feet. This blow shattered Pralambasura's head just as a lightning bolt hurled by the king of the demigods shatters mountains. The demon repeatedly vomited blood and then fell upon the ground. When the cowherd boys saw Lord Balaram return, they joyfully embraced and congratulated him as the demigods showered garlands of flowers from the heavens and glorified him. This is one pastime where Lord Balaram takes the how do you say, the hero part. Jayasri is hearing?
Yes, Maharaj, I'm here.
Okay. Now, there must be, gracias, there must be some other pastimes.
Dandavat Maharaj.
Dandavat.
I just found in the Sri Pradesh number 2 in page 75, there is a whole chapter that is called, one second, Devotion Conquers, Ego Repels, and it's all about Balaram's pastime written by Sri Acharya Maharaj.
All right,
it's quite long. It's page 75.
Can you read it?
Sri Pradesh number 2.
Falguni, can you read it for us, please?
Okay.
All right.
I'll do my best.
All right.
It's quite long though. It's about 6 pages long.
Well, something.
Okay. So the chapter is called Devotion Conquers, Ego Repels. I offer my obeisances unto the lotus feet of Sri Guru, who is said by all the scriptures to be the Lord himself and considered to be so by the sadhus. Yet I also the Lord's beloved devotee. So tomorrow is Balaram's appearance day. It is necessary to make a festival, buy some paneer, sweets, yogurts at the market. Tomorrow is a special day for spiritual life, and you must offer special things for Baladeva. In Tetra Yuga, Rama, who is the Lord himself, wanted to serve Lakshman, but he is older and Lakshman is younger, so he could not do it properly because the younger would not take service from the older. In Dwapara Yuga, Lakshman becomes Balaram and he is elder than Krishna, so Krishna happily serves Balaram, and Balaram also happily serves Krishna. Balaram is Haladrara. Haladrara means a plough bearer, el portador del arado.
Yes.
Who knows when cows are ploughing, so you can see that hala there. Balaram always holds Dara and plough hala, always protects Krishna. One time Balaram slapped Krishna. Krishna began to cry and complained to Mother Yasoda. Mother, brother has slapped me. Mother, my brother has slapped me. Mother Yasoda showed anger. She called Balaram and asked him, Balaram, why you beat him. You know that, second, you know that Balaram did after that. Balaram grabbed Krishna and shaking him asked, what do you think? Who loves you more? Your mother or me? Who is this world's love? Who in this world loves you more? Why did you go to complain to your mother? Tell me, who is giving you more love and affection? Me, I, Balaram, or your mother? Tell me. Mother Yasoda was surprised at this. Krishna hugged Balaram and said, please forgive my offenses. I complained to my mother. It was my mistake. You love me so much. Balaram always protects Krishna, and they are always together. But one time Balaram did not go to him. Mother Yasoda told him not to go that today. So Balaram did not. That day, Kaliyadamam Lila happened, and Krishna has had so many problems. Although Balaram did not go with Krishna that day, he did came later and protected everybody, because everybody wanted to jump into the Lake Kaliya. They saw that Krishna was floating at the surface, as if he was dead, and the snake was holding him tight. All the Braja Gopis, all the Braja Shakis, Mother Yasoda, Nanda Maharaj, everybody came and wanted to jump there. But Balaram checked them. Wait, you cannot jump there. At the same time, he prayed to Krishna, do not do this. You have to come out quickly. Then he chastised him. Why are you still floating? Come. Everybody wants to jump in the lake. The water is poisonous. Everybody is going to die. Come out. Krishna wanted to show his lila, his pastime, to everybody. So he was pretending to be dead and waiting for more people to come. That is why it took him so much time. Mother Yasoda also chastised Balaram. Today you did not come to him. You didn't come with him. That is why all these problems happened. Then again Balaram hurried Krishna. Come out quickly. Finally, when all Braja Gopis, Sakis came there, Krishna expanded himself quickly. Kaliyanag, the snake, is limited, and Krishna is unlimited. So Krishna expanded himself more and more, and then jumped and placed his feet on the head of Kaliyanag. Kaliyanag was about to die when all his fire came to Krishna. He swims in Kirtan. Jaya Divya Pati Jaya Naga Kanjagana. Bhaktite Yahara Paila Govinda Charana. All glories to the wives of the proud Vedic Brahmanas. All glories to the wives of Kaliya serpents. Through pure devotion, they all obtain the lotus feet of Lord Govinda. Is it clear, the reading?
Yes, well for me.
Okay. His wife came and prayed to Krishna. Prabhu, you did right. Our husband has so much ego. No one can disturb him. No one can defeat him. You have finished his ego. We are very happy about that, but we are also begging you for one thing. We do not want to become widows. Please do not kill him. The punishment you have given him is sufficient. We accept it, and we are also happy with that. But please do not kill him. They prayed to Krishna and got so much devotion, and through their devotion they got Krishna's mercy. Krishna replied, all right, we will not die completely. I will fulfill your desire and you will not become widows. He then said to Kalija, I will not kill you, but I have no condition. I have one condition. You cannot stay here because you are disturbing so many devotees. Birds, cows, it is very difficult for everybody to stay here. You must go to Ramadakrit. Kalija replied, but how will I go there? I am afraid of Garuda. If I go there, he will eat me. I have left my footprints on your head, and Garuda is my devotee. When you show him my footprints and your head, he will not touch you. You must go. This is my condition. In the end, Kalija agreed and left Vrindavan for Ramadakrit. This is Leela that happened there at Kalijadam. Also, the pastimes of Saubhadri Muni happened in Kalijadam. So Saubhadri Muni was meditating in the waters of Kalija Lake when saw some camellia of fish. His mind became disturbed. He was old, but having seen the marriage pastimes of fish, his meditation broke and he came out of the water and wanted to get married. In those days, kings gave an announcement that their daughters were fit for marriage, and all the royal princes then came to the king. Whoever the girl garlanded at the ceremony got married to her. This ceremony is called Somayamvra, and that used to be the custom. So when Saubhari Muni came out of water, King Mandata was holding such Somayamvra. He had 50 daughters, and many princes had come to the king's place. Through his meditation, Saubhari Muni became a young, handsome man and also came there. In the end, all 50 daughters of the king chose him. They gave 50 garlands to Saubhari Muni. So he ended up with 50 wives. Do you see how much Maya attacked him? We must always remember that Saubhari Muni saw the pastime of fish and lost everything. He became a householder, and not just a householder. He suffered so much trouble with his family life. It is not easy to manage 50 wives. From this story, you can understand that you must be careful. Shall I continue?
Falguni, just try to see if in the chapter is another description of Lord Nityananda, Lord Balaram pastimes.
Yes. There is not really a pastime itself. There later on in the chapter, Acharya Maharaj mentioned some meanings of the Kalijadam Lila and the Kalijadam pastimes. The chapter after this is about Janmashtami, so I think he goes chronologically on the festivals.
Okay. Okay, yes, exactly. We are calling, that is a very good, very nice that that Falguni mentioned just that right now, that we are this Balaram Purnima, ¿verdad? As well as, thank you so much, Falguni, very well, good lecture. this Balaram Purnima festival, as well as Janmastami, the day after Janmastami, Anandotsav of Sri Jagannath Mishra. Also, we have those who have some connection with Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Next following day, the appearance day of Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada after Janmastami. Then we have celebrations like Radha, Sita Thakurani appearance day. Also, we have Lalita Saptami, the appearance day of Lalita Devi, the main assistant of Radharani, her service and devotion to Lord Krishna. Then after Lalita Saptami, we have Radhastami. 15 days after Krishna Janmastami, we have Radhastami. In the 8th day of the waxing of de la quincena creciente, towards Purnima. This is when Radharani appears. She appears in the clear water, and Krishna appears in the dark one, but both appear on Astami. Then we have Radhastami. Then we have also celebrating festivals like the appearance of Lord Vamanadev, along with Srila Jiva Goswami's appearance day. Also, very important, the appearance day of Bhaktivinoda Thakur. And finally, this 1 month long festival of Sri Hari Smaran, as it is held in the Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Math, comes to an end with the disappearance of Haridas Thakur and the Mahotsav of Vishwarup. So the festival, this is only happening in the Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Math. We have a beautiful 1 long festival of Sri Hari Smaran. And that festival starts on this particular Ekadasi, which just observed 2 or 1 day ago, 2 days or 3 days ago. We celebrate that Pavitra Ropani Ekadasi. And that is the beginning of this festival of 1 month length of Sri Hari Smaran at the Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Math. And Srila Sridhar Maharaj put together this big festival of 1 month length of Sri Hari Smaran because of so many important celebrations that we have during this period of the year. The calendar during this time of the year comes with many. After that, when the festival starts, it's also the beginning of Julan Jatra. Even though we don't celebrate that Julan Jatra festival in the Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Math, as we have heard from Srila Sridhar Maharaj, because was not also the custom of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. Is very intimate pastime, celebrate so much. We just honor it and remember it. But also that time is the Ekadasi, Pavitra Ropani Ekadasi, and also the beginning of this 1 month length of Sri Hari Smaran. Then we have next following day or 2 days before that, after that, we have the celebration of the disappearance of Srila Rupa Goswami and Srila Gopandita. And then today is Balaram appearance day. So for 1 month, we will be celebrating this festival, with so many important dates. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, the pioneer of this Krishna consciousness movement in the present era, the 7th of the Goswamis. Also, we will celebrate his appearance day, as well as Srila Jiva Goswami. And what to speak of Krishna Janmastami and Radhastami and Lalita Saptami, Sita Thakurani, Lord Advaita's also appearance day. And finally will come in the day of the disappearance of Srila Haridas Thakur. So all this is happening during this 1 month length festival of Sri Hari Smaran as established by Srila Sridhar Maharaj in his temple, in his mission. So therefore, what it started with the pastime of Lord Balaram, Srila Acharya Maharaj continued with some other pastimes and arriving or achieving the date where Lord Krishna is, his Janmashtami is celebrated. That has this idea of a 1 month festival. So we are all very, very happy to be with this festival of 1 month. And the name of that is Sri Hari Smaran, in which naturally we will be more attentive because of so many celebrations. Our consciousness, it will attend those responsibilities and to the fact to honor festival, those dates of our calendar with all our devotees and our devotees around the world. So this is a good. I was forgetting about this, but in the reading, Falguni mentioning also. I don't know. Right now we are a house of meeting, and for many of the devotees in different parts of the mostly of America, in American continent, we are still in the need to make the preparations, and we are very short just now to celebrate Sri Balaram's appearance day, Sri Bhagavan Balaram Avirvav Titi. So I don't know if anyone, if the devotees allow us, then maybe we can finish here for today. Today, Srila Janardana Maharaj couldn't be present because of the same thing. They are having a big program there, so many guests. So those devotees would like, I don't know if they are going to make the transmission of their festival. But we are very happy that some devotees in Russia, Ukraine, Malaysia, Singapore, for sure Africa, South Africa, and in Europe, all you have already celebrated this auspicious day, of the appearance day of Lord Balaram. And we will go through that just in a few more time. We are making the preparations to celebrate that. So it was for us a very nice opportunity to meet all of us again, and in that way to remember. I am very happy that Jayasri gave us that idea that when Srila Acharya Maharaj was with all of us, he used to tell them, on this particular day, some pastimes, of Lord Balaram. And now we hear about him. I said that same pastime, but was not so, how do you say, so properly. So properly. But he mentioned that idea that Balaram told Krishna, why you are thinking your mother loves you more than myself? I love you more. I have demonstrated you that I love you more than your mother. Why you are complaining to her? Why you are doing these things? Very nice, very beautiful. These ideas we have not, sometimes we have not heard. But listening them from Srila Acharya Maharaj and from these particular conceptions that we have got in the Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Matth give us a better understanding and ideas, better understanding of the pastimes of the Lord. Janma karma chame divyam evam yo veti tataha. It is expressed in Bhagavad Gita that whomever knows well about the divine pastimes of the Lord, of his birth and activities, leaving his body, he will go to the supreme abode and will never, once entering that abode, he will, or that soul will never come back to the material world again. Janma karma chamedi vyam. It's not so easy to understand the pastimes of the Lord, but when we put some attention and hear them from the proper source, then naturally we can understand them, and we can not only become happy and delighted by hearing such activities, but also earning our fortune, our transcendental fortune of a life in service of our Gurudev and the associates of the Lord. So we will hear anyone that's fine with everyone.
Yes, Maharaj.
We will stop here. And the devotees in the American continent, South America, Central America, we have some devotees everywhere. North America, we all will celebrate. And as you already did, we will meet again next Monday. And therefore, of course, for that time, we will have also the presence of Srila Janardhan Maharaj. Puri Maharaj must be also worried about working for the celebration of the festival, so he may have already left. So, Dandavat Pranams to all of you.
Thank you very much.
Puri Maharaj. I don't know, Maharaj, if you would like to add something, but we are thinking to...
Dandavat para todos los devotos.
Dandavat. If you would like to add...
Maharaj.
Yes. Very happy to be here with all of you and to hear about these questions and the way how Srila Acharya Maharaj celebrated this particular date. Thanks so much to Jaya Sri, to Falguni, but in general to everyone for attending these meetings. It makes a whole difference.
Thank you, Maharaj.
On behalf of Srila Janardhan Maharaj, with the presence of our Sripad Bhakti Banda Puri Maharaj, we say goodbye for this session, for this transmission, and we hope to see everyone next following Sunday. Dandavat. All glories to Bhagavan Baladeva Purnima ki Jai.
Maharaj ki jai. Paramhamsa Parivrajacharya Varya Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Devi Goswami Maharaj ki jai. Paramhamsa Parivrajacharya Varya Srila Bhakti Raksha Sridhar Devi Goswami Maharaj jai. Sri Baladeva Virvapiti Mahosam jai. Hari Sripad
Banda Puri Maharaj ki Jai. All the assembled devotees ki Jai. Gaur Premananda
Jai. Canta Krishna ki Jai. Hariu. Canta Krishna ki Jai. Hariu.
Gaura Hari.
Canta cuando canta encanta.
Canta Claus ki Jai.
Dandavat Srila Maharaj, devotos.
Dandavat.
Pranams a todos los devotos. Muchas gracias por asistir. Dandavat. Con nuestra humilde reverencia.
Dandavat para todo mundo lá. Arribando que ya.
Dandavat.
Recording.